welcome back. I have a great card today that utilizes VersaColor inks in 3 different ways. You're going to really be amazed at how versatile this ink is. All right, the first way I'm going to utilize this ink is by blending it through a stencil. So I've got some Peony here, and it's a gorgeous pink color. Really nice and rich, and it blends gorgeously. So I'm just starting off in the center of this stencil with a little bit of that, and then I'm going to move into Opera Pink just to get us out a little further, and then maybe do a little bit on some of these little tips here. All right. And then finally, I'll come in with pink to finish up my blending. And I'm going to start the blending from the outside and work my way in. So that way I can get the most saturated look on the tips of the petals. And then bring in a lighter shade and blend that in with the darker colors that are in the center. All right, so see how beautifully that blends in together? It really is a miraculous ink, the way that it works so nice and so smooth for blending. It is a pigment ink, so blending is one of its core features. And of course, it works really, really great with stencils. So I'll just continue on getting this whole thing blended all the way around. All right, now that my panel is complete, I'm going to go ahead and take some black VersaColor and just smush it on a pad here and use a water brush to activate it like a watercolor and just do some spatter. And then I will go ahead and set this aside to dry. Of course, we can use VersaColor to color and stamp too. So I'm going to take this lime here with just a sponge dauber and very gently pounce the color on these leaves here. And I'll do the same with the peony on the flower. And this one I can actually swirl around, so I get a darker shade in the center and then work it out to a lighter shade on the edges. All right. And then I can do some stamping in layers. So this is a layered stamp, and I'm going to go ahead and take this one here first. This is the background, and I'm going to do this in a light color. So this is Cyan. And get that covered pretty well. All right. And then I can take the second layer and do that in Lapis Lazuli, which is a darker but really good coordinating color. All right, so now I have my 2 layers. And then for my 3rd layer, I'll do Mountain Lake. And that's just going to be a little outline that gives us just a little bit more depth and dimension. All right, so now I have a gorgeous layered bottle. And to go even further, I can take the little label and I'll use the black and add in my label. And it's truly amazing that none of these colors blend into each other. They just sit on top of each other and work out perfectly like that. So now I'm going to take that and a sentiment. Let's see, this one says, "From me to you," and I think that's really cute. So I will add that on my block here in a little decorative piece underneath. And again, I'll do that in black. and it just gets stamped right in the center. All right, so now that I have those pieces done, I can go ahead and die cut those out and we can assemble the card. All right, so everything is all dry and all cut out, so I can go ahead and do some assembly. Now, you may have noticed earlier that when I did the spatter on this, that it looked kind of crazy. Well, you can see now that the black really soaked in and it does not look overpowering at all. So always wait for your piece to dry before you decide whether it was a mistake or not to do some spatter or another technique like that. All right, so I've got that down and I'm going to just add a little bit of glue to the top of my bottle here for my flower. All right, and then I'm going to use some foam adhesives on the back. And those I'm just going to pop right on my card here. And that's going to give me a base of where I'd like everything else to go. So now I just need to add in my leaves, and these go right on the card base. And I want this one here to extend off a little bit so that I'm breaking this line here. It just helps draw the eye a little differently. And then I can add in my last piece. There we go. So a fun and really, really cute card using VersaColor in a few different ways. I hope you enjoyed today's card and that it helped you to learn a few ways that you can use VersaColor inks in your projects. Thanks so much for stopping by today. I'll have another project for you soon, but until next time, happy crafting.